What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is about the Beamer. We're going to be going through everything that's on it and what I've done to it, any upgrades and whatnot, and what else is on there, you know. I'll just let you guys get into it. Today we're going to go through basically everything that's on it so far. So we'll dive right in, I guess. First off, I painted the engine bay. I rattle canned it black. I don't know, just to get it a different color, you know. It looks like shit in some spots, but it's okay. It's black, you know. Anyways, so the first engine, let's see. First engine took a dump on me. I was like 20 miles away from home and I heard a rod knocking. I was thinking about what to put in it, and I ended up putting, I was thinking about doing an LS swap. I was really thinking it, but I couldn't find an LS1 with an aluminum block. I could find plenty of 5.3s, and I'm not super knowledgeable in the Chevy motors anyways, but couldn't find a T56 transmission either. I could find plenty of 4L60Es or whatever, you know. So I was like, well, I should probably put another BMW engine, you know. Maybe I could keep the same transmission. So I did a bunch of research and I found 24 valve swaps, obviously. And so I've been looking at a lot of those, and then I was looking at Copart. So I was looking on their site. I was looking at this 5 Series, this 528i. It was a 2000 and it had been wrecked bad. The whole front end was bad. I'll put some pictures in there for you. So I was really diving into it, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm getting ready to do this engine swap, you know. I've never done it before, and so I was ready to do it. So I borrowed an engine crane from my mom's coworker, and then a engine stand from one of my buddies, and I just did it with all my Harbor Freight tools. So I yanked everything off. I drained all the fluids and yanked all the connectors off the wiring harness, everything I could off the old motor, and basically put everything off to the side, and the motor was ready to come out. And so I got the crane, I got my sister to help me, and I basically did it by myself, just about. But I damaged the front a little bit, if you can see that, just a little bit. I tried bending it back pretty good. I think it looks all right, but I yanked her out, and then I set her on. I kept her on the crane, and then later I got the donor car, and the donor car was parked right here in this mud pile. And I had the Beamer in there on that side. And then I was changing engines, and then I got the crane, and I put a tire over there, and then I put the engine on the tire. And so it was sitting there for quite a while. But then I had this hunk of junk over here, and there was a bunch of days where I just started ripping through everything and just tearing stuff off and throwing garbage away and parts and stuff. So then I got the engine to bear what I needed it to be, you know, and I got the transmission unhooked and everything else, and then I got the crane and yanked it out, and I put it on an engine stand. And so I basically resealed everything. I got a new intake manifold when it was used, because the other one was broken. I had a big old hole in it. So I basically got a ton of used stuff, but I resealed everything. So intake, valve. Oh, I redid the Vanos. So I rebuilt the Vanos. I'll put pictures of all of this in there. I rebuilt the Vanos, put new Teflon seals, new O-rings, and new anti-rattle rings, or whatever they're called. I'm not sure. But I rebuilt that, put a new gasket on there. I put everything back on, put the accessories back on, cleaned everything. I freaking super cleaned everything. I don't know how many cans of brake cleaner I used. I super cleaned everything, brushed it, degreased her, and then I had the transmission out because I was working on the front and rear seals of that. And I was able to do the input seal, but I couldn't do the output shaft seal because you need a 31 millimeter thin walled socket. So I didn't have one of those. No one had one. So I've been trying to make one. It's a whole process anyways. But then I have to do that. I was going to do that, but then I waited. But then a neighbor came over when the engine was ready to go in, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to put it in yet because I don't want to have to finagle the transmission under there. So he's like, oh, whatever, we can put it in. And we ended up putting it in, and she fit good. Got the mounts in. I don't know if you can see the mounts down there, but they're red polyurethane. I think they're 80A on the hardness. I have transmission mounts that are 90A that are blue. They're a little bit harder, but the control arm bushings are 90A as well. They're blue. But so then I started plugging stuff in, doing everything, and I was gonna do my whole wiring by myself with this C101 connector, and it was just a jumble right over there. And so I was like, oh shit, I don't know how to do any of this. So I then was looking at a bunch of stuff and some Facebook posts about what to do, and then someone suggested that this site makes swap harnesses for specifically this chassis and that engine, and the whole engine harness too. So the E39 harness, I had a swap harness for it, and so I bought it, and I can't remember where it was from, but it's super nice. It works well. It connected about everything I needed to it. It's got some other plugins. It's got a coolant and then an E34 level sensor. That's another thing. I had to do the E34 oil pan swap because this is a front sump because of the subframe, and so oh my gosh, I finally found one on eBay for 400 bucks for the freaking dipstick and pickup tube. I had a big issue with the starter. The starter wasn't engaging. I don't know what was going on. I took it off, put it back on, nothing. Took it off, put a different one on, nothing. Took it off, put it back on, nothing. Took it off, looked at it, put it back on, and then it cranked. It was the weirdest thing. I have no idea what goes on, but it starts now. So anyways, now I put the dipstick on, fabricated the dipstick with the drain from the CCV valve, and then fabricated a little mount for it. Had a bunch of issues with my fueling lines, but then I put a M50 fuel rail on there, so it's got the regulator down there, but I don't know why I painted it red, don't ask, but the holes don't line up for the vanity cover, so I'm gonna have to get I'm thinking about getting like an E36 vanity cover and see if that works, because the E39 one does not work. So I've got everything done and ready. I made my own intake from AutoZone parts. It looks pretty good, I think, but it'll work. It works pretty good. What else is done to the car? There's BC Racing coilovers. They're freaking nice. They're 3-way adjustable. They're pretty sweet. I freaking love them. They're super stiff, but I think I've toned them down a little bit. I think the preload was a little bit wrong. Woo! So I've changed them since, but I haven't gotten to drive it yet. But there's coilovers on the back. There's new tie rods on the front. I want to do the Z3 steering rack so bad, just because it's such a quicker rack, and I kind of want to build a drift autocross for this thing, and that'll help tremendously. But other than that, I just put some new fog lights on, new headlights, control arms, ball joints. I did a couple new ball joints. I guess there's only 2, isn't there? Well, that's weird. Control arm and the tie rod, but those are brand new. So the sway bars, I upgraded the sway bars from the stock ones. The rear ones, I have solid sway bar end links because that's what came with the kit. And then on the front, I just use upgraded stock ones because there's not really any like polyurethane for the front end links, and so I just got some new ones again. So there are new ball joints on there and new bushing. So what else I did is a custom exhaust. So I had a shop in town make this system. It's got a resonator for the drone, and then I think it's got it's not a Magnaflow, is it? Oh, it is. It's a Magnaflow muffler, and it sounds, as the guy who made it, it sounds bitchin'. So it sounds pretty good, but this thing is still straight piped because I haven't had that system put on yet. So I'm gonna start it up for you and annoy the neighbors. But check out these freaking headers. Look how clean those things look. Oh my gosh. They're nice. I like them a lot. They're equal length, and so, ooh, they got all twisted. But all the wiring's hid. We've got my ground and I've got my power. Then everything's kind of shoved back up under the glove box. But we'll start with the inside. The interior is pretty nice. That's why, one of the reasons why I bought it, because the interior was so clean. It was pristine and it was all there. There was no crack in the dash. I'm freaking pissed I got one. Literally uncracked dash. And it fucking cracked. I was so pissed. It cracked not too long ago, but I took out the boot. I got a new Getrag short shifter. It's pretty stiff. So we'll see how that goes. But new shift knob, freaking nice. Super short. Haven't changed the steering wheel yet, but got new mats for it. Alrighty, let's start her up. Keys in there. We will shout it. See if she's not dead. Prime the fuel pump. She started right up, baby. Oh my gosh. So I have a problem that I can't rev it. I think the throttle body is bad because it doesn't know that it's getting air, and so when it gets air, it's like choking or dying, and then it just surges and gives it a ton of gas. So I'm gonna have to order a new one here soon. But open headers, baby. Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, it doesn't know that it's getting air, and so yeah. By the way, this is with the throttle body unplugged, and so it does the exact same when it's plugged in, which I think is the throttle body. It might not be, I'm not sure though, but got my neighbors probably pissed off. Oh, I got racing studs, so I studded the wheels, so I don't have to deal with lug studs anymore. Those freaking, oh, those things piss me off. But yeah. She's super clean. We got reverse, and then we got first, second, third, fourth, if I can find it, and then fifth. Fourth, third, second, first, right? And reverse, yeah. It's pretty stiff, but got the crank sunroof. Oh, interior is so nice in this thing. I got it for $5 grand, so it's quite a pretty penny for an old car that blew up. But it made it from Spokane to Helena, Montana, and then I took it down to Salt Lake, and it made it all the way down to Salt Lake and back, super strong and everything. And then I daily ripped it for almost a year. Actually, it was probably about 4 months. From August to, when was that? February or something? It was a little bit after February, I don't remember. I think that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, or let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you want to do. I'm working on some videos about what to do to fix the Beamer to finish it so that it's driving and everything, and then I'll give you guys some driving videos. But for now, this is what I got. Parts coming, so we're waiting for that. But let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you guys. We'll see ya. Bye.